and he hits the headlock takeover, and he pins MJF.
Honestly, he hits that Scorpion death drop, and then he hits the first coffin drop. I'm like, okay. And then he hits the second coffin drop. I was like, all right. Max will probably roll out the way of the next one, get the knees up, whatever, and then like disqualify himself for the match. He hits the third coffin drop, and I am now like, I literally can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I am refusing to accept what's happening on screen is actually happening.
Yeah.
And then I catch myself and I'm like, Aubrey will get pulled out. Tommaso Ciampa's going to get involved. You know, because I'm thinking...
There's a Don Callis thing coming up. That'll be the favour.
Yes, exactly. You owe me a favour. And then he hits the fourth coffin drop. And I'm like, but it's still... No, this isn't still happening. And then he picks him up and he's going to do the headlock takeover. And I'm like, right, this is where Max has another weapon.
Yeah.
Or he shoves him into Aubrey, and it's the hubris.
Or he low blows him in front of the referee to
gets disqualified.
Yeah.
And then he hits the headlock takeover, and it's one. And it's even when Aubrey's hand is going down for the final one, I still cannot believe it.
Yeah.
She counts 3. And as soon as she counts 3, I just burst out laughing. not in a derogatory way, in like a sort of overwhelmed relief.
Joy.
You know, if I wasn't laughing, through joy, I'd be crying with joy. It's that sort of emotion.
Yeah.
Completely overwhelming. The babyface roster empties. They come down, and I'm like, it's a shame Sting's not. Of course, then Sting comes down as well. Why do I keep thinking they won't do awesome things next? And it's in Seattle where Darby started training, you know, not technically from there. They hug him and Sting. Just what an incredible moment. Max doesn't lose anything. Darby gains everything. I want to watch Collision more than anything.
Yeah, it's on tonight.
Wow. What a feel-good show.
And I've heard as well, Collision's really good because it was taped after Dynamite. One of the patron feedbacks we got was like, crowd was a bit tired for Collision because we just watched Dynamite.
Yeah, they just spunk their load.
But also, you should watch Collision because it's really good.
Just... As an episode of TV, you know, who knows if Darby will be this great champion. You know, I think he's got limitations as a character. I don't particularly look forward to stuff, although I always enjoy his work. As this, for tonight, I just thought it's one of the best episodes I've ever seen.
But I made the comparisons to Jan 4th, 1999, when Mankind wins the title. When does Mankind lose that title? Literally like 3 weeks later at the Royal Rumble. I think it might be less than that. It was like his first title defense was against The Rock, and he loses the title back to The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
He actually wins it again, I think, shortly thereafter. My point being, I do wonder if this is going to be a very short run. Maybe he even loses it at Double or Nothing.